Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Small Talk. We need to talk. Oh my God, I've been missing for a while and a lot has happened in the stock market. We need to talk about Uber, Tesla, BYDF, um, Bitcoin, and all of that in this video. Let's begin. So I guess first come first, let's talk about Tesla because that's everybody's darling. I know that's my darling, for at least for now. At least it was, not for now. So what's happening with Tesla? What's the catalyst that's pushing the stock price down? No one can put a finger on one particular a catalyst which is causing this crash in Tesla's stock price. There are multiple factors that are that have been taken into consideration. So the first thing I will start with is the most recent earning call. In the past two earning calls, Elon Musk has been claiming that in 2025 we are going to see a 20 to 30% growth in revenue. In the most recent earnings call, he said that we should see growth in revenue in 2025. So I guess he knows that he again overpromised and underdelivered as usual. The other thing that he claimed was that he's going to introduce an under $30,000 vehicle, which is going to be a new model that he's going to introduce in 2025. And if you go back and watch my video, I had said it then. I think that's a very aggressive target. He also said that FSD is going to be introduced in 2025 as well. And I said at the time for both of these statements that he made, and that this is a very aggressive target. If anything, FSD will be out and running probably by 2026. 2027, 2025 is not a reasonable target, but I was hoping that maybe Elon Musk will somehow pull this off this time. The second thing was, of course, the new model I think is not going to be introduced, at least not in the first part of the year. I think the most they can do is they're going to introduce their upgraded version of Model Y, which they're claiming that is coming out in March. I don't know how. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep that promise or it's going to be delayed as well. But he's going to have upgraded version of Model Y and possibly Model 3. But I don't think he's going to have the new under $30,000 car that he claimed is going to be out in 2025. And the reason why I say that is because in the last conference call, he had not mentioned anything about the new car. And also the people who questioned, I mean, the investors and the market analysts, they didn't even mention that when is the new car coming out. So that's another reason. And then the second reason is why the stock is down is because there are lots of insider selling. His brother, who's also in the board of directors, he sold lots of shares. And I think their CFO, I believe it is, she also sold a big chunk of shares. So whenever there's a large sell order, it puts a downward pressure on stock. The other thing that investors are concerned about, his involvement with the Doge too much. He is very busy with the government and getting the expenses under control and all that good stuff. And I think investors are concerned that he's spending so much time away from Tesla that this is going to obviously have an impact on Tesla's sales, revenue, earning margin, everything. And we have seen the results in the recent updates and news that I've been reading. It said that the Tesla sales dropped almost 65%. I know it was over 60%. It's an old news. I don't remember. It's over 60% in Germany, UK, France, everywhere. I know it's a drop in the bucket for Tesla because most of their EV sale is in the United States, and global addressable market isn't that big for Tesla yet. But still, they have only gigafactory that they have in Europe. That's where the cars are being produced, and the sales are dropping across Europe, period. And that's obviously is a big concern for investors because investors are not sure if going forward Tesla is going to be as profitable and their margins are going to be as good as we saw, not the last quarter, but the quarter before. So investors are pulling their money out just to be on the safe side. The other thing that's affecting their sales, the Tesla sales across Europe, is Elon Musk's intervention into their political decisions, and also the gesture that he made recently, the I don't know what he did. It was like something like this, and they said it's a German salute or something. I don't know how true that is. I've never seen how Germans did whatever they did, but that offended lots of people, and people stopped buying the Tesla. That's what the rumor is. I don't know how true that is, but people could be very biased. When people's feelings get hurt, sometimes they want to punish whoever is hurting their feeling. I think that's the reason why Trump won, because Joe Biden had hurt so many people's feeling last 4 years that he spent. I'm not being political, but I'm just making a statement on the side. Anyways, so that's another cause why Tesla is dropping, and I think the main problem in the U.S. is it's dropping because the full self-driving was sort of, people thought that it's a Tesla's monopoly, but Waymo is already up and running in Texas and California, and Uber has recently announced that they're going to have Waymo use their platform for their robotaxi, which made Uber stock jump higher because they're collaborating with other companies now, which means even if people don't use Uber Ride, they're going to use Uber services via other full self-driving or robo taxis, etc. Also, BYDDF, which is a Chinese company, has also announced, I think yesterday, that they are coming up with a new robo taxi, which is going to cost a fraction of the price, I think only $10,000, and that obviously makes it look like that Uber has to compete a lot harder now in the market to earn the loyalty of its customers, and I think that's another reason why Uber stock is down. So to pinpoint like what is the one main catalyst why Uber is down, there is none. But when you accumulate all of these catalysts, I think that's why the stock has been bleeding little by little in the past 2 weeks, because news would come up, and that will make the stock, next day news will come up and it will make the stock bleed a little more, and that's why. But I still don't see there's a panic when it comes to Tesla. People obviously are being very cautious. They just want to see which direction Tesla stock moves, and all these rumors that are coming out about other companies, Waymo, BYDF, Uber, etc. They want to see how is that going to impact the Tesla robotaxi events, because when stocks went up, when particularly Tesla stock, when it went up in anticipation of the robotaxi or full self-driving, because everybody was like, that's $1 trillion industry right there, and that's going to put Tesla at over $2 trillion market cap. And now that other electric vehicle are announcing all these new um, um, automobiles that they are coming up with, is kind of concerning all these investors. All right, so what's my thought on this? Of course, it hurts, it's painful. I was hoping that we will hit $550, $600 by March, latest by April, but now I think it's not going to take place until maybe later part of the year. I know they announced that they're going to introduce a new Model Y or upgraded version of Model Y in March. If that comes up in March, I think that's going to have some positive impact on Tesla, and that's going to give the Tesla stock a boost a little bit. But I don't think it's still gonna clear up the cloud from Tesla. The main thing is, I think, the next earning call to see what their next month's sales look like in the US and across Europe. Uh, and also what other announcements they'll make in their next earning call, whether they're ready to have their, as Elon said, that their FSD, controlled FSD, is going to be out by June, and then full self-driving uncontrolled is going to be out by the end of the year. So I don't know how, he has tendencies of over-promising, under-delivering, as I have mentioned before. So it's hard for me to say, but with all this going on, Elon Musk has been very quiet. And from the previous experience that I've seen, whenever there's a bad quarter or bad month for Tesla, and then stock collapses, usually there's inside sellers as well, and Elon is quiet, he comes up with the big news which just makes the stock jump really high. Because just remember, Tesla is a large cap, yes, it's it's in the top, those mega seven categories, yes, but it trades like a momentum stock, like a meme stock. It goes down very fast, but when there's a good news or even like some positive hopium, it does go up very quickly as well. So I'm waiting for March and see if their upgraded versions of Model Y, or they have upgraded version of Model X, I'm sorry, Model 3, if that comes up, or even Model X. That's going to obviously give Tesla a boost. And I feel like the reason the sales might have dropped is because they announced that that's like one of the many reasons that they have announced the Model Y is going to be out in March. So maybe people are waiting to get the upgraded version of Model Y and then buy. So maybe that will boost the sale and ultimately it will make Tesla stock look good. Now, what do I do in this case? Well, I'm still holding my shares. I haven't sold even a single one of them. I am very hopeful. Oh, sorry. One more thing that I just don't understand, because um, Donald Trump has recently increased the prices of steel, and when that happens, its raw material is going higher in price, which is going to reduce, I mean, lower the the profit margin for all these EV companies, because now it's costing them more money. Either they raise their prices, or if they don't want to raise the prices and they want to keep the prices low, then obviously their revenue is going to suffer. So there are lots of factors. As I said, it's not like one particular catalyst that's pushing the stock down. It's like combination of all these factors which is pushing the stock down, which is, I think these are small hiccups. Well, this one was a big vomit, I should say. It wasn't a small hiccup, but anyways, all these small factors made it like a big mega cause for Tesla to crash. So what am I doing going forward? I'm holding the stock, absolutely. I think I was hoping that it doesn't drop below 230, which it did. So I think the next stop, if it keeps dropping, will be 290 and then eventually 270. If it goes below to 290 or 270 levels, I will definitely add to my position, because I don't think it will ever see that price again. So it'll be a very good buy the dip opportunity, and I think lots of people will be looking forward to buy the dip at that moment, because no matter how bad Tesla does, from that point onward, it should go up. I mean, of course, it's not a personalized financial advice, and there's never a guarantee anything could happen, but by looking at the larger picture, I think that's what it's going to be. When Model Y comes out, upgraded version of Model Y, I think that's going to give stock a boost. I'm hoping that by June we'll be able to see over 400, 450-ish range, and then maybe by the end of the year, definitely $600. Again, it could happen in 2 months. Wouldn't even have to wait until the end of the year if Elon Musk announces something big. The other reason I think Tesla is also down is because Elon Musk is bidding on what is that company that he's trying to buy? Some AI company. I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. I'm just going blank. Anyways, he's bidding on that company, and I think investors are concerned that he's just spread thin too much. He has his time spent all over the place, and he's not going to be able to give the proper time and attention to the Tesla as a company, and that is going to cause the Tesla to crash and maybe go down. The production will go down, the sales will go down, and all that good stuff. And I think that's why investors are being a little bit cautious and they're just pulling the money out. Plus, there's so many other opportunities in the market where these big hedge funds, ETFs, which make 50% of the market. And then we have day traders, and then we have obviously swing traders, and then we have people who just want to put money into those stocks that they're favorite and they're dipping, so they're buying those. For example, Nvidia, people bought Uber after their last call. Of course, Bitcoin had a little collapse, so people, I'm sure, put some money into Bitcoin. So people are putting money because there are so many other opportunities in the market. But I think as soon as some good news pops up for Tesla, I think the algorithms are going to kick in and it's going to give Tesla a boost. So I'm holding the stock. I'm just waiting for it to hit at least $600. So I'm going to sell my stocks at 600 and I'm going to call it a day. If it goes up to 500, maybe I'll shed some of my shares just to be on the safe side, because last time we didn't. It went all the way to 480 and I didn't sell. And now it's painful to see, your balance go from whatever amount to like almost 30% slashed. So that doesn't feel good. Okay, that's Tesla. Next is we're going to talk about Uber. Uber had their most recent earning call. Overall, their earning call was pretty good, but I think their overall revenue was a little bit lower than expected. So it gave Uber stock a pullback, which in my opinion was a very good buy the opportunity, because right after Waymo announced, or Uber announced that they're going to allow Waymo to use their platform as a service for their robo taxis. Bill Ackman put in $2 billion into Uber, which gave stock price a big uh, pump, sort of. Again, but I'll be very cautious with Uber because I don't trust Bill Ackman. He has a tendency of buying a stock and then he'll pump it, and when its like price goes up to his desired range, then he will dump it, and that will make the stock crash, and it will make the retailers suffer, because most of the retailers, people like you and I, we end up getting stuck with holding the bags. But Uber has been doing very well. Most of the analysts have upped their prices for Uber. I think the highest price target is $100. I know for Merrill Lynch is $100. I think some other company, the highest target they have is 120. Bank of America recently raised their target as well, and so many other financial institutions have also raised their price target for Uber. So analysts are hoping the price will go to $100 by the end of the year, and I have no doubts about it. There will be small pullbacks, which is healthy, as I say always. Don't scare when there's a pullback, because if the stock doesn't pull back, it's never going to go up to the next all-time high. When stock pulls back, it brings in new investors, because people are waiting on the sideline for that price to drop a little bit, and it brings more investors, which pushes the stock even higher than its previous all-time highs. And that's why pullbacks are needed for the stock to grow further. Palantir, I don't know what to say, man. I was dumb enough not to buy when it was at $60, when it was at $70. They had their most recent earning call and they just blew it off. Everything was just phenomenal, and I think it's a it's a platform for service for AI. It's like very different model from NVIDIA, and we have room for all of these. And as I said, AI is just, as Dan Ives said, it's only 9 o'clock at night. The party's going to go up until 4 a.m., which is true. We're only at the initial stage of AI revolution, and every stock that's involved with AI, not every, but most of these famous like AMD, NVIDIA, um, Palantir, all these stocks are going to be, um, I think there's a Blue Bear AI as well, which has been very famous lately on the news. So look up all those stocks. They're all very good trade. Not a personal financial advice, but if you're a day trader or swing trader, I think those are the stocks that you want to look at and see. If you know how to read charts, how to do technical analysis, that will help as well. And then you can trade those stocks. You'll make money on daily basis, on weekly basis. But anyways, so Palantir has been doing great, and it continues to just rise. And I think nothing is stopping it until some bad news comes up, maybe for Palantir. But I'm still waiting for a pullback, because I think it has been overextended and it hasn't pulled back at all, except for that once when it went below, I think, $70. But that was only for a day or so. But it hasn't had any pullbacks yet. So I think it's ready for a correction, because the valuation is very spread thin and it's very high. Next, I want to talk about Bitcoin. Oh my God, I was reading something about it yesterday, because I saw that it did go up to $107,000, I think, recently, but it keeps coming below $100,000. So I think that 100K is like the psychological level where people are expecting it to go to 100K. It hit the 100K, now it goes up. People pull their money out because they just don't want to take a chance. What if there's a pullback or correction? And I was reading uh, an article by an analyst who know how to do the technical analysis. I'm not a technical analysis kind of person. I can't analyze the graphs and charts, but there are people who are experts of those. And according to him, um, it's still Bitcoin still looks bullish, and he said that he sees it will drop a little bit more below 90,000 before it will jump up to $180,000. And his prediction was it will happen as early as March, or the latest by April. So, which means it was trading, I think, at $97,000 today, which means by March or April, it's going to go up to $180,000. That's like 100% or 90% jump right here within the month. I think it's a good time to if their chart reading and their technical analysis is correct, I think that's a huge jump, and we can make lots of money. And then he said for it to go to 300 over $300,000 range, it's going to, because 180 or 185,000 I think is the next psychological level where people are expecting it to go to. It's obviously going to pull back again. So for 2 or 3 months in between, it's going to just play this hide and seek, kind of go up, go down kind of movements. And then by late October, he thinks it could go up to $300,000, and then beyond that, sky is the limit. Oh my God, what a bullish analysis! And it made me so happy. I was like, man, if that happens, I'm all in, man. I'm just going to buy, even if I buy one coin and I just ride it till the end of the year, I will double, triple, quadruple my money. What else could I ask for? You know, it's like my year is made. I don't need to trade anything else besides that. Anyways, so let's see how well the prediction is. As I always say, Bitcoin is a store of value. I don't like to trade it, and I don't think we should trade it. We should buy every dip that we possibly can get, and then just ride the wave to all the way to million to $1.5 million by 2030, which it could happen even before that. If it hits $300,000 by the end of this year, I can't even imagine that it won't hit $1 million even before 2030. It's absolutely possible. So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. If you have the money and it drops below $90,000, I think it's a good buy the dip opportunity, and then just hold on to it. Don't check it on daily basis, because Bitcoin is the kind of trade that it's like store of value. It's not to trade on daily basis unless you're a penny flipper and just want to flip every penny. It's your choice. But if I had the money that I need to have for this, I will definitely hold it for at least next year or 2 years at least, and then I'll just take a big profit out of it. Bitcoin is obviously just everybody's favorite right now. Nvidia, what's going on with Nvidia? Obviously, it has been doing very well so far, but again, it rose up almost 400% in 2024. So I think it was ready for a mini correction, and that's exactly what's happening. Every teeny tiny news that comes out, it obviously affects the stock, because people are just scared that if they stay in this stock now, or they get in this stock now, what if there's a 30% pullback or 30% correction? Then they'll have to wait, you know, double the time for it to recover, and then maybe make a leap higher. And that's why it's been playing between 120 to 135-ish range. But I think it has been a very good stock for day traders and for swing traders. I know a friend of mine, she plays Nvidia every day, and she tells me, I made lunch money today, and I was like, good job. I did trade for a week, and it's a very unhealthy lifestyle. You basically have to sit in front of your screen and literally flip every penny. I don't think that's for me. So I gave this week, starting this week, starting actually last week, I gave up on this, because I am not a day trader. I can't do this. I can't sit in front of my screen all day and just watch the stock go up and down. Swing trade I can, because I can buy a stock today, hold it for a couple days. I'll maybe check it once or twice a day and see which direction it's moving to. If it's going down, I average down. If it goes up, I'll just hold it, and I say, okay, if it goes to, like, I don't know, this price target, sell, and I put the sell order, and boom, I'm done. That's different. But day trading is like, it's just very, very difficult and very bad lifestyle. You can't exercise, you can't eat on time, because if you move away from your screen, some of the stocks, they just move very quickly, and then you lose lots of money, because if you're just trading on daily basis. So that's not for me. My friend, however, she's still doing it, and she's still flipping pennies, making lunch money as per her. So as I said, Nvidia has been very good day trading or swing trading stock. So if you are a day trader or swing traders, something to watch out. Uber has been very good day trading stock. Alibaba has been very good day trading stock. And small caps are obviously always day trader stocks. Very risky, but that's where sometimes you make big money too, if you have tough stomach to handle that. All right, that's overall. I think this week has been terrible. Market has been going down. I lost lots of money. I mean, obviously unrealized loss. It's painful to see lots of blood in the market, but I think markets will recover. Trump has to make a few more announcements regarding regulations and tariff nonsense that he's been coming up. I forgot to mention tariffs, because I know I've been missing for 10 days, so there's a lot that happened. There's so many news that come up every day, so you can only accumulate so much. Initially, he said he'll impose tariff on China, sorry, on Mexico, Canada 25%, China 10%. China already has, I think, 15% or 20%. So that will accumulate. Those China's tariffs were much higher than Mexico and Canada. Then it took few phone calls, and of course, Justin Trudeau and Mexican government, president, prime minister, I don't know, they have president, prime minister, anyways, they decided that they're going to hold it for 30 days. China, they said they're going to talk, then they said they may talk, so we don't know what's going to happen with China, and that's probably what's causing Tesla, because Tesla has their gigafactory in China and they're selling lots of cars in China. But if Trump imposes tariff on China, that is going to impact Tesla as well. So multiple factors, a lot going on. So I think we have to sit back for a month or two to see how the government responds, what announcements Elon would make, how much is he going to stay involved with the government, Doge, and all that good stuff. And I think then we'll be able to make a much wiser decision. But in the meantime, I think swing trade is the way to go. If you want to day trade, be my guest, but that's something that I cannot do. It's just very, very unhealthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, by all means. So I'm not doing that anymore. I hope this video helped. Please subscribe to my channel, give my video a thumbs up, share your thoughts. I'm still holding Tesla, by the way. Buy the Bitcoin when you get an opportunity, not a financial advice. Until next video, take care and good luck. Go make some money.